Madam, Northeast has finally got a university and a sports university, and you are the champion, the beacon of the light for that. What would you like to say about the university, sports university in Manipur that is there, and you are heading it, and what we could expect from it?
The National Sports University, I find it's a blessing for the country and especially for the state of Manipur. Manipur, which is a powerhouse of sport, and where I think you talk of any event, I could get 7 Olympians together. There's a lot of talents, there's a lot of potential, and I'm sure this particular university, with the courses that we offer, the sports sciences that support that we can give, we can definitely bring about a change. And I'm sure that the vision of Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji of having the sports university to produce champions would become a reality with times to come. And I'm sure there are a few challenges, but definitely National Sports University is taking strides, going ahead. We have a number of athletes who have done medals at the international level, at the national level. Our sports psychology education is one of the best in the country. I could say it could be one of the best in the world too. And we have 2 of our sports psychologists among our students who are with the Paris Olympics team. So I think there's lots for it. But the only problem is often Manipur is not seen in the Indian map. So it's a time where people look at it, even though it's small, there's a lot of power. That's the sporting powerhouse. And I'm sure if people look forward to Manipur, and in times to come, globally, we would be known. So NSU would be in the global map in times to come. That's what I believe.
Manipur has found you because you are the one who raised from a greenfield project, from a new nascent university when you joined them, and traveling from all the way from Thiruvananthapuram to Manipur must have been a challenge, but by seeing your enthusiasm and by knowing you for decades and your passion for sports for so many decades, you must be a happy person, because in 2025 you'd be saying goodbye. Maybe the university decides to extend your stay there because they need it more than anybody needs. That university needs your knowledge and your wisdom. And you said rightly that the Manipur is powerhouse of champions, not only for India but also for the world to see.
As you rightly pointed out, I need to thank former Vice Chancellor, Professor Mishra sir, IAS, and it is because of him and the warm welcome that I received from the faculty, staff, and the people of Manipur was so encouraging, which I would feel that I always felt I was at home. Now I think this is my second home following Kerala. It's such a lovely place. There's so much of a hospital, they're so loving. And I have a group of people, women who are 60 plus to 75, who are doing in fitness and aerobics, and they are the ones who give me energy and life. So I think life is wonderful there, and I think it's a blessing for me, even towards the fag end of the year where I've been sent there. But it's a learning place, and it's one of the best places. If you look at the fitness index, I think in India, Manipur would be the one, just because I find you just come onto the streets, 5-year-old, 6-year-old, 10-year-old, 15, 20, there's some magic on the road. People all start running, including children, men, women. So there's something in it that can bring about. So I don't think you can get this kind of an ambience anywhere. So this is something which has charged me. But I feel I'll always miss it because I feel this is my second home. I never felt a difference between Kerala and Manipur, even though the distance is far off. But I think the world is small these days, and it is just because of the warmth which I received from the community, which is making me always feel at home.
One of your scholar I was interacting with, and that is what it says, that when the teacher is not there, how the student behave. That is more important, and that is I can quote one of your scholar who said that in Manipur, we for anything that begins good and anything that ends good, we have a sports to play around, and Manipur is a place to 7 to 8 indigenous sports.
Yeah, it's something where the indigenous sports and the traditional sports is so much in Manipur. It's time that even these sports get the actual recognition, and they are looking forward to the National Sports University, whereby I find there's so much of talent, so much of potentials, but now we find that they are unable to get that kind of a thing. Maybe that the state is trying to do it, but since there's abundance of sports person in terms of employability, in terms of any of the aspects, they have a problem. So I find like there are some scholarships for these girls, especially. There are a lot of talents who are even at the international level who would like to pursue a study, but they don't have scholarships.
But
They
you
don't
have been
a
very
funding
kind. I saw one of the flyers that says that almost 60 lakh rupees has already come to the university in terms of funding.
It's for funding, but in terms of this free ship, we are not trying to fight. We'll try putting forward, but I'm sure that we'll try to push forward things where we make it that I feel girl. I think it's important if you can educate a girl, if you can make the girls play sport, and I'm sure you can save Manipur. Is that what I say? I'm starting with Manipur. Maybe it could come up to other states. It's important for this because you find unemployment is so much on the rise, but sports, they are sports loving. And besides that, if you can just give them a way where they can get in an employability, that would be great. So I think that's what we're actually looking forward to. And we are trying to take steps, but I'm sure Ministry is very supportive. I had to tell you at the outset, especially with our Secretary Madam, the Minister, all of them are so supportive. What you ask them, they'd readily give you. So any ideas that you have, you're able to get. So we felt was we should be able to be globally. Now we look at Loughborough University, the other universities. We have a tie-up. I mean, we are in contact with the international universities, international. I am also a member of the various international top bodies. So they are also looking forward to India, and India is actually coming in the global map also in case of PE and sports.
Yes, very true. And Loughborough University in UK is one of the best recognized, apart from USA. It is in Europe, at least I can say that one of the best recognized sports university, and having a tie-up and having an understanding is very important. How did we fare in Olympics, and how we can excel from here? Because we all talk as somebody who has been in sports and who has been covering sports. I can say that 6 to 7 sports were there where we stood fourth, but we could have been into the podium. What is your assessment of this Olympic? Because in India we are crazy about medals, and we want only the best of the medal.
I think this time India did excellent. India did well. Fourth, fifth. I think it's time that they should be given awards, and whatever monetary awards, whatever we do, India should be able to give that, because reaching that is not an easy task. Day to day sports the competitive sports is on the rise. You think of the challenges that are coming. People all talk of it, but those struggles which they have done, it's excellent. India is doing excellent. We actually gone ahead. We are climbing. But do not talk of the number of medals. Think of how many could make it to that. That makes a vast difference. How many could qualify? Let us take from that. Medals will come in times to come. So I think it's important for us. But definitely we should think of a long term rather than a short term. So if we think of a long term, I think definitely India can do well, because if we go in the right way, there is a lot of scope, and it's promising. This shows that India is promising. Do not go with the numbers. India has done excellent.
States like Kerala, Odisha, Haryana, Punjab, Maharashtra, they are all coming up, and they are vying for getting the sports spirit or getting the sports person recognized, because that is as important. When you were in Thiruvananthapuram, Neeraj Chopra was one of your ward there, and it has been a great journey for him. The whole world is proud. He is into Diamond Leagues, and he is into Olympics, and he is a double medal winner. How is your assessment? Because India was expecting a gold from him, but nonetheless, he is in the podium.
I think here when we talk of, whenever we always think of the medal and we're only seeing the brightness, there could be a person who could be gold, bronze, silver. And there is one particular attitude with, I think, in terms of the Indian context. If somebody is on the rise, you win in terms of cricket, you're taken up. The very minute you come down, you just go down. I think it's important that we also need a supporter. Try to give them a support, because you can't think of a family. There could be a lot of ups and downs. If you're a supporter, maybe this could give them a strength and courage to do much better next time. So I would never say this in terms of he has done excellent. He could get into second. That itself, I think, is a matter of pride for national sport. For India. So I think that we need to appreciate that. So let us think, because often people are talking of what we could not achieve. I think it's important. What have we achieved? And where we have, let us start working on it. But see that we prepared them in a way where the person has got a mindset and he would fight for it later. That's what we expect.
One last question, which is something that I cannot forget to ask you. Which are the new players that you aspire, if you can name at least 5 to 10, if at all you feel they are our future, the next generation that is coming? Because we have seen Indian sports from nascent to the maturity level.
I would not name anyone. I would say all those who went to the Olympics, and now a number of them who are yet to get into it. And now all of these are probables. But please do not forget only the top ones. There are others who might shine, like what happened to Manu Baker or for the others. So I think it's important to look for each one. I find there are medal prospects. You might find a person who never got a medal would be able to put it in the Olympic. So to reach the Olympic podium, it is very much possible. But let's take everyone together, because from a vast, it's very easy to get a smaller number in a screen. It's important to get more into that particular thing. Only then you can think of a higher.
Asian Games, India has done stupendously. I mean, nobody could believe that India could reach that position in terms of medals and in terms of medal tally.
So that's what I said. When you talk of the competition, the Asian level was different. When you talk of the Olympics, it's entirely different. So I think things are changing. With a lot of schemes which are coming by the government, there are changes, and we can be more positive, thinking that let's not just limit with those who are medal winners. Why don't we take off everyone, even those who are not got into the Olympics? Why don't we bring them into it and bring up a larger base? From that, let us struggle for maybe about, I say, make it to 8 years. Don't think of 4 years. 8 years or 15 years or 16 years. And then that's possible to bring water.
Thank you very much for a wide-ranging discussion on the sports and
wonderful.
sports administration.
After a long time, I'm having a discussion. I mean, it's great, and it's so nice to speak about this. And especially when we talk of our country and sports, is something which we always look forward to, and we dream, and we only believe that this dream would turn out to be a reality. So what we actually pray for.
Thank you very much for the wide-ranging discussions. With camera person Deepak, Prakhar reporting for Vision Television World.